Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox, and today's video is addressed to the self-described MGTOWs, INCELs, and so-called modern women. Something for everyone. But first, cue the intro. There's a message there. All right, my wife has a YouTube channel, and she's been on a kick with these videos on MGTOWs and incels, which I didn't even know what they were, what y'all were. Um, and so we've been talking about it, and our church, if you will, half the people are millennials. And so they all knew about MGTOWs and incels, and I've been having an interesting time over the last couple weeks discussing the issues. And I'm actually thinking about hosting some kind of like 4-day seminar or something directed at MGTOWs and incels, or maybe write a book or something. But so I don't really want to tick y'all off, but sometimes tough love is what's required, right? It is not good for man to be alone. Therefore, I will create a helper suitable for him. That's what God said about Adam when Adam was out there all by his lonesome, right? It is not good for man to be alone, and it's not. Wow, how do I approach this? Because it's such a huge issue, and I have very strong feelings, but I'm really trying not to irritate you too much. Men and women are supposed to be together. I know, because the MGTOW incel thing is mostly younger people, mostly. And I know, I'm old. I have kids. I have adult children, my children, who are all millennials, 3 of them. 2 of them are married. One is in a long-term relationship, and, it looks like it's headed in a correct direction. They're not having these issues that I see and hear about. And so from that standpoint, I get it. I've been married 33 years to the same woman. So I've kind of got that figured out. And so I know kind of what I speak along those lines. What I hear from some of the millennials in our church, which is where I interact with millennials, right? I mean, it's not like I hang out with them during the day a whole lot. Um, is that, well, you don't see the world like it is today. One brother was telling me, women today are all messed up. And I threw right back at him, and I'm throwing back at you guys who are going, yeah, women are all messed up. Men are all messed up. Okay? You're looking for the wrong kind of woman, number one. I don't have a TV. Haven't had a TV for a couple decades. But I see TV occasionally. I stay in hotels every now and then. They have TVs. I used to work in a place that had 3 big screen TVs with Fox News on it. You've seen Fox News, right? The Fox News chicks, I call them. I used to make a joke every time I'd go by and their big TV screen and beyond, they'd have a Fox News chick on there, discussing some matter of import. And I'd go, I wonder how she got her job. See, it's a look, right? And it's a modern woman look. I see it on magazines. I see it on, when I'm scrolling through YouTubes to watch videos like this one. I see, them pop up. And it's, the long done hair with the colors and the highlights. And if they're black, they straighten it. And the skin tight dress that stops about 2 inches below their crotch. And they have really nice legs. And their nails are perfect. And their makeup is perfect, and they've got big boobs, and woo, she's fine. Okay. And then I see real life videos of real people, and like girls going to the club or whatever, or guys hitting on girls at the beach, or whatever. And it's like, you're attracted to the wrong women, number one. Don't expect to go after this girl, this woman, this female who all she's concerned about is her outer appearance and how she appears to the world, and then think you're going to get some quality, in-depth. I got to yell at my dog, excuse me. Get down. He's chasing chipmunks, sorry. If you're going after a shallow, vapid person, if that's who you're pursuing, what do you think you're going to catch, right? Oh no, all women are like that. No, they're not. One of my big things is come out of her, my people. Come out of those cities, come out of those urban, just horrible places, and get out somewhere into the countryside. Get out into a rural America. 2 of my adult children, millennials, married, are school teachers in very rural areas. And I've been to their high schools. I have seen their kids, students. They ain't like the kids you see in cities. Oh, they're just country bumpkins. You know what? They're not. They're smart. They're going to grow up and grow your food that you're eating right now. And you know what? The girls are pretty. They're pretty. They're fit. They're pretty. And in many cases, they don't dress like the world. You know why? Because they don't have worldly attitudes like that. Yeah. Somebody told me something about, find a chick that was raised in 4-H. 4-H is an agricultural, kind of like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts program, very loosely. Where kids raise an animal and then sell it and, keep records and do all that stuff. A woman who has taken the time to raise a critter all the way up and keep records on it. She's not afraid to get dirty. She's not afraid to be out in the outdoors. She knows to care for something other than herself. She has to spend time doing things other than gossiping on a phone. Right? She has real attributes and qualities. And yeah, some of them are really pretty. For those of you who don't take that argument. Oh, no. Some of them are really pretty. But they don't dress like that. You'll see her wearing a pair of muck boots or beat up cowboy boots and a pair of jeans and some old shirt because she's going to get it dirty. And she'll be gorgeous. And she'll be nice. And so where are you looking for these women? Look in church. Maybe. I've seen modern churches. I've seen the women in modern churches. I know. I get it. But if you can find a real congregation of real believers, are you a real believer? Then you won't have a problem finding a real woman who's not going to rake you over the coals and take you to the cleaners and take half your wealth and dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun. I mean, I do think we're in the end times, and I don't want to make this a 30-minute video, but like I said, there's so much going through my head, and I'll probably think it through a little bit more, and I know some of y'all will give me some good comments that I can run with after that. But I mean, this whole thing with these sex robots, sex bots, or whatever, I mean, they're actually opening brothels now that are full of nothing but these mechanical things. Without trying to be too crude, it's like doing a pillow that 5 other guys have done before you today and 10 more yesterday. And really, dude? Really? Come on. But I see the rise of those because so many men are just giving up on women. I was just watching a video right before this, and I didn't even get through the whole video. Some woman wrote a book or an article or something, and it had something to do with the concept of chivalry is dead, and men were saying, yeah, that's because women killed it. Okay, so here's the deal. I've lived in cities, I've lived in urban areas, and I was raised to hold a door open for a woman. And I have gotten nasty comments from women when I have held doors open for them when I lived in very urban areas. Didn't stop me from doing it. You know why? Because I'm a man. We'll get to that. But out here in the country, out here in rural America, men hold doors open for women. And you know what women do when the man holds the door open for them? They look him in the eye and they say, thank you. And then they go on with their business. They don't get offended. They don't. So where are you living? Who are you hanging out with? What kind of people are you around? There's still a lot of good people out there, and it is not good that man should be alone. But here's the deal. You guys got to be men. Part of being a man is accepting responsibility. That's a huge part of being a man. You got to accept responsibility. And so you cannot blame women. You cannot blame the court system for your individual predicament, issue, lifestyle choice, whatever. It's not them, it's you. Again, this may shock some of you. I'm a pastor, and so just take it as I mean it. But my wife introduced me to the term of INCELs, involuntarily celibate. How can you be involuntarily celibate in today's society? I don't get that. Involuntarily celibate means you don't want to be celibate, but you're forced to be celibate. It means, let me put this very plainly, you can't get laid. Wow. I told somebody this the other day, they were like shocked at me. I've been married for 33 years. I have been only with my wife for probably 35 years, somewhere in there. No one else. I'm out of the game, right? I have no idea how to pick up chicks. I guarantee you that if I decided to, within 2 weeks, and I think I'm being generous, I could get laid. I could be not involuntarily celibate. I mean, if you can't do that, and I'm not saying that you should, right? See, that's where I'm saying pastor thing, but I can look at things from multiple angles. I'm not saying that you should. You should get married and have a monogamous relationship. That's what I think you should do. But I don't understand. I clearly do not understand how somebody could be involuntarily celibate. With all those loose women out there, really? Whatever, maybe some of y'all will school me on that. But here's the deal. You men, you got to start being men. And you got to stop blaming everybody else and every institution else for your woes and go grab life and be a man. And part of being a man is having a woman. A woman. If you can't do that, you are failing at manhood. Ooh, you are. And saying, well, all women are blah, blah. No, they're not. No, they're not. I was telling the one brother, I said, look at all these millennials we have in this assembly, this congregation. They all have great women. Don't tell me they're not there. He goes, yeah, but how many is that? I'm like, I don't know, 12, 6, depending if you count men and women or men. Well, there's a lot out there that are a mess. This brother just came from Tampa, I said, well, that's because you're in Tampa. But you go out here, there's real women out here in the countryside. You're looking in the wrong places. That's my major theme for I have 2 themes for today's video. Men, MGTOWs, INCELs. You're looking in the wrong places at the wrong kinds of women, and you're not being a man. Be a man. Men today, adult males today, don't know how to be men. It's probably because many of you were raised without a father in the home. That's a problem. Children need to have a mother and a father to develop correctly. And thinking that they can develop correctly without both a mother and a father in the home is wrong thinking. And so a lot of men, adult males, grow up without that fatherly influence, and they miss the boat on a lot of things. That's the attitude I would like to approach things from and start helping people. But the first step in the problem-solving process is realizing there is a problem, right? Correctly identifying the problem. And the problem is that MGTOWs and INCELs are not forming lifelong bonds with women. They have a lot of reasons for that. Y'all have a lot of reasons for that. But that is a problem. And if you recognize that as a problem, I think I can help you. I really do. And I'm trying real hard not to tick y'all off, but it's not that complicated. It's really not. If you truly want to have a lifelong female partner, men, you can do that. Women, if you're out there being all worldly and slutty and hoe-like, Okay, I got nothing for you. That's what you want to do. Here's what's going to happen, though. You're going to end up turning 60 or 70 someday, and you're going to look around. You're going to be alone. You're not going to have anybody with you, and ain't nobody going to be interested in you. And quite frankly, that's going to start about 45, 40, somewhere in there. Um, you're going to have a lonely, bitter life yourself. But I'm not addressing the women because I'm not a woman. We can go there. If you find this interesting, if you find me wrong, put some comments down there. But if you start out saying, you're a effing jerk, PJ, I'm going to ban your comment. You got to be constructive. That's another part of being a man. We can agree to disagree. Let's just state our cases correctly. We don't have to insult each other. You're a cuck. What a stupid word. I don't think most people who use that word even understand what it means. Look it up. Clearly I'm not, but I've been called that a lot. But if you want to have a conversation, if you want to school me while I try and school you, maybe we can come to some understanding. All right. I wish you all well, and see you out there.